How you doing? I'm Chef Paul. Today we're going to do a white bean casserole. So here's our ingredients. We've got cannellini beans from can, a can of diced tomatoes, 2 small chopped onions, 2 chopped zucchini stalks, a pat of butter, or actually a tablespoon of butter, a couple cloves of chopped garlic, chicken stock, and for garnish, some chiffon basil, some sour cream, and some Parmesan cheese. So our first step in the process, we're going to go to our pan and melt our butter. Okay, so we got our butter melted here. We're going to add our onions. This is going to be a really nice winter day stew. And we just want to saute these until we get those translucent, clear. And then next step is we're going to add our garlic, and we're going to layer this one by one with all the ingredients. Okay, so now you can see we got our onions sweated down like that. They got that clear color to them. We're going to add our garlic and our zucchini and a shot of pepper. Now in this dish we don't need to add salt because the tomatoes that we're going to add come from a can. Those have salt in them, and then the chicken broth has plenty of salt. If you need to, at the end, you can add a dash of salt just to get it to the flavor profile that you like. As you can see now, we've got the next layer there going. You still want the zucchini to be bright green like that. You don't want to saute it so it's totally soft. So from this point, we're going to add our can of diced tomatoes. Give that a stir. This is going to give not only flavor, but it's going to give a really nice pinkish color to the final product. So now we're going to let that cook for about 2 more minutes, and then we'll go to our next step, which is just adding the beans. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got those ingredients that we've added so far together here, and we're going to cook off some of this tomato juice. We don't want to cook it all off, but we want to cook some of it off because we don't want the tomato to dominate. We just want some of that hint of the tomato flavor in there mixed with the chicken broth. So we're going to get rid of about half of that. Okay, so we've cooked this down for about 4 or 5 more minutes, and as you can see, all the liquid's just about dissipated, but we want that little bit of soupiness on the bottom there. So now we're going to add our beans. Give that a stir. Quick stir like that, just incorporate it, get the tomato flavor all over the beans, let it soak it up. And then we're going to go right to our chicken stock or chicken broth. And you just want to add enough to cover everything. So it's about 4 cups. Remember, the recipe underneath the video on the website will tell you exact measurements. And so that's it. Now we're going to let this cook down. It's all going to thicken up. We're going to reduce this by about 1/4 of this liquid. And then we'll be ready to plate. Okay, so we're back here with our white bean casserole, and this is what the consistency you're looking for here. You still got juice, but it's nice and thick like that. Nice color. You don't want it to be completely dissipated because you want some of that. It's going to be a cross between a casserole and a soup kind of, and you'll see right now when we plate it. So the last step, we're going to plate our white bean casserole with zucchini. And that's exactly what you're looking for. It's not a soup, it's more of a casserole. It's really hearty, the tomatoes, the zucchini, and all that flavor. Now to finish it, what we're going to do, a little Parmesan cheese. And we're going to do a dollop, or if you want to get really fancy, a quenelle of sour cream. And to do that, it's fairly simple. You just take 2 spoons and you make a football shape out of it. Oops. And that's all. Put that right on top. And some of our fresh basil. And that's it. White bean casserole, delicious winter day meal. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you again soon.